Hello, guys. My name is Cedric Atangana. I'm the CEO and co-founder of We Cash Out.
Hey, it's Kellen, and today on Diversified Game, you guys are going to get, one of my favorite topics, some African game. I have a founder. I'm just going to call him Chief Cedric because we cash app soon. He might even have his own crown. He won't put it on himself, but because of the problems he's solving in Africa and specifically in Cameroon that I know of, we're going to give the people their flowers, their crowns, if they accept it. And Cedric, I just want to jump right into it. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm very good, Kellen. Hi, everyone.
Tell everybody, because especially for the African audience, but, give your full soliloquy, because the European and the American audience, Australia and Asia, I haven't forgot about you guys. They might say, what do you mean this solves a problem, especially in America? Because Africa's mobile money is far advanced more than America. Like you guys, you use mobile money more. Africa is advanced. When they say, oh, third world, I say, no, America. Come to America. You'll see third world, because we don't even know how to use mobile money until a couple years ago. The masses, they're like, mobile money, like that's not a thing besides PayPal. So tell people what We Cash Up is all about.
Yeah, thank you so much for this intro. Just to give us a bit of context, Africa today is 1.4 billion people, and we have 54 countries with more than 42 currencies, local currencies. So compared to the US, where you have a 300 million population with one currency, Africa has 42. So the continent is really fragmented. So this is also one of our, also the weakness of the continent. The continent is big, but it's really fragmented into 54 countries, 42 currencies. So this means that we have 42 local regulations. This makes it very difficult to move money across the continent. So we have 90% of the population that is not using traditional banking services like cards, let's say Visa cards, MasterCards, a bank account, no. But our people, so most of our people use mobile money. So what is mobile money? So mobile money is just a mobile wallet attached to your SIM card, or you just buy a SIM card. Let's say you fly to Cameroon today, you land, and then you need a SIM card just to make phone calls and browse the internet and all. So once you buy your SIM card, automatically your a mobile wallet will be attached to your phone number, and then that account, that virtual account, you can reload it by walking to an agent, what we call here a mobile money agent. That is just the equivalent of mom and pop stores in the US, just really like informal businesses. You go there, you give your cash to the mobile money agent, and then the mobile money agent will send you the digital money to your mobile account, so to your phone number. And then that digital money can be used to be transferred to somebody else, and you can use it to make payments. So that is what mobile money is all about. And then when you look at mobile money today, you have mobile operators like Safaricom in Kenya. That is the number one. So, mobile money started with them in Kenya. We have others like the South African mobile operator, MTN, Orange, Vodafone, and many of them here. All these mobile operators leverage like this mobile money agent distribution network. In Africa, there are 5.8 million mobile money agents. Mobile operators cannot exist without these agents. Even when you are in the US, at a certain point of time, if you're a foreigner, you want to buy, a SIM card, and you need to load it quickly, you need to walk to, a shop where you buy it. And all these small shop owners are the people who are making mobile money be successful in Africa, because when you want to load your account, you have to go to an agent, and they are practically everywhere. And then we decided to focus on these agents to try to understand their role in the ecosystem. And we realized that mobile money success is really key driven by these people. If you remove these mobile money agents, there's no mobile money in Africa. So if there's no shop where you can load your account or withdraw cash from your account, mobile money doesn't exist in Africa. So these are really, I would say, the key players of the ecosystem. And then today, if you put yourself into their feet, these agents process, like, they execute 2 key operations per day. So their business is summarized in 2 key operations. If you have your account as an end user, you go to an agent, and the agent will send you the e-money in your account. But to do that, they have to dial very long USSD codes, like *123*, your phone number, star the amount that you want to load into your account, star the PIN code for security, and hash. So sometimes they have to dial like 50 digits to load your account. So at the end of the day, they spend they spend like hours dialing these codes to load and withdraw money from end users' account. And sometimes they make mistakes and money goes to the wrong number, and then they start fighting with the clients. And then their business is also really manual. So they write every single operation in a small notebook. And at the end of the day, they spend 30 minutes, 1 hour to calculate how much commission they make per transaction. So we decided to focus on them. That's where we Cash Up comes in. We built an app that aggregates all the mobile operators in the country. So if you take a country like Cameroon, there are 2 mobile operators in the country. So instead of having 1 phone per mobile operator, the way they're doing today, they have 1 single smartphone where they have all their mobile operators. All their business, the job has been automated. So instead of dialing *123*, blah, 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 to execute operations, now they make it in seconds. And their bookkeeping is also automated. Today, they have to write everything down manually and spend 1 hour per day to calculate how much commission they make every single day. Today, it's automated. And just to give you an idea, the We Cash Up app processed more than $10 billion in the last 15 months. $10 billion in one country, Cameroon, with about 150,000 agents. This is completely crazy. And in sub-Saharan Africa, because the vision is to cover the whole of Africa, sub-Saharan Africa accounts for 5.8 million agents who processed $1,000 billion in 2021 only. So 1 year, $1,000 billion. So we decided to focus on these small informal businesses, bring like technology tools to help them work with more security, help them do their bookkeeping in real time. And the We Cash Up app works with no internet connection. This means that we are able to reach mobile money agents even in rural areas where there is no internet connection. When you are sitting in the US or in Europe, it's really difficult to imagine your life without an internet connection. But in Africa, we still have people in places where there is no internet connection. But people live there. Mobile money agents live there. So we decided to make sure that no one is left behind. So basically, that's what We Cash Up is all about. We automate, secure, and make it easy for mobile money agents to sustain the mobile money industry in Africa.
Well, congratulations, because that was not, small at all. And it wasn't, I'm sure, easy, but I just want to make sure, because you said, for Cameroon, and you also mentioned Kenya, Uhaligani, Kenya, and everybody out there. But this is a job for people that it sounds like, people in Cameroon have been able to get paid as well. They're becoming agents. And I just want, before the rest of Africa says, can I get paid too? It's something that you want to branch out to most, if not all of Africa, correct?
Exactly. The problems that I was explaining, because it is easy to understand the solution when you understood the problem. That's why I spend a bit of time to explain the whole problem. And the problem that I was explaining is just the same everywhere in Africa. No matter if you are in Kenya, Senegal, I don't know, Cameroon, Morocco, or South Africa, these problems are practically the same everywhere. So the solution that we built, of course, we started with Cameroon as a pilot country, and the vision is to expand that solution to the whole of Africa. We are currently expanding to Nigeria, to DRC, to Cote d'Ivoire in the coming months. And yeah, we are looking for partners, people who can help us expand to every single African countries, because we have mobile money agents everywhere. And I have the humility to recognize that, as a human being, we cannot just, solve these problems everywhere without the help of other people. So that's also why we decided to open our share capital to receive new investors. And we are targeting investors in every single African countries. And these investors and partners will help us expand the solution to every single country. So if you're an African sitting in any African country in the world and you would like to get into this, man or girl, just ping us. Yeah, I'll be happy to work with you to expand this solution to your country.
And can you talk about, for the agents, right now, what's the monthly average that they are making? Because as you know, we have so many talented people in Cameroon with PhD, master degrees, but they're driving taxi right now.
Yeah.
Just give some idea of how much that average person is making, and if what the top star in the country is making, just to inspire somebody.
Yeah, today we have agents who are processing about $3,000 per day. This is the volume that they process, and they make about 1%, a 1% commission per transaction. This is around $30 per day. And when you do it like times 30 days, because they work every day, non-stop, it's around $900. And if you make $900 locally in Cameroon per month, man, you're not a poor guy, which is really, I'll say, for the local context, it's not that bad. So these people are not poor people. And I met people who make like $9,000, $10,000 per month in Cameroon, which is absolutely crazy. This is the smallest mobile money agent, and then on top of them, there are wholesalers. So, the way the mobile money distribution works is you have the mobile operators, let's say MTN or Vodafone, any big mobile operator on top there. They sell the e-money to what we call here master agents. These are really big people, like people who have invested a lot of money into the mobile money industry. They buy e-money for, let's say, $1, $2, $3, $5 million every single day. And then they have to resell to smaller agents, and then these smaller agents resell to the mass market. And I know people with 20,000 agents. I know master agents who have like 20,000 agents. So imagine making $900 per day times 20,000 agents, which is absolutely crazy. So that industry has a lot of money, a lot of potential. And so I really encourage people, the people who are listening to us, to stop seeing mobile money agents as, poor people, because they are not. And I have to say the master agents make like thousands times more than that. So it's a very big industry with a lot of money. And unfortunately, they still face a lot of issues. And that's why we are there to support that industry. Yeah.
Now, with somebody making, that amount of money the top stars, the master agents? What is it? Is it their location that they're at? Have they duplicated themselves where they've hired people so they've taken over a whole block? I mean, it almost sounds like it could get very territorial, and folks say, you can't operate here. This is our area.
Yeah.
So yeah. So explain that, please.
Yeah, that is a very good question. Exactly, that's how it works. Mobile operators did their best to organize the ecosystem to avoid like having master agents fight each others. So each master agent generally have its own territory where they operate. Mobile operators today, in average, what I saw during the last years. We have around 30, maximum 30 agents, master agents, sorry, per country. And each like has, I'll say, a very large territory that they manage. And in that territory, they have like smaller agents that they feed every day. And then they make sure, the mobile operators make sure that master agents don't fight each other's. And that's how it's organized.
Got you. That's good. When you say, no fighting, I almost want to claim my own territory in Limbe and in Simeon, and that's a big territory to cover. But say meet me at the White House, you guys, in Simeon. We are going to organize properly where we can do this. When you came up with this idea, talk about when the support you received, or that people thought you were crazy, when you said this is what I want to do. And did you have a team of people, or was it something with your highly educated School of Alibaba, I think was the last thing you went to?
Yeah,
but it surely wasn't the only thing. I mean, this guy, front end, back end, you guys can go on LinkedIn and go see all the accolades. But talk about when you just started and said, I have the idea. And I say that, Cedric, because so many entrepreneurs never got support. And so many people who want to be entrepreneurs, they never start because they listen to their mother, their father, their husband, their wife tell them you're mad.
Yeah. That's exactly, I think all the entrepreneurs go through that. Just it's a little story behind how we started. I was still a student at Polytech Marseille in France. I was born and raised in Cameroon, and lucky me, I got accepted at Polytechnique Marseille. So I flew from Cameroon to France in 2012. And then in 2015, I was at my last engineering year. And that's where the idea came, and say, oh, I want to, launch this business. The underlying story, just to start at the beginning, the far beginning of how this idea came. It is, in 2008, I was still in Cameroon. My dad had a stroke. And then we took him to the Central Hospital of Yaoundé in Cameroon. And, here in Africa, it's a little bit like in the US, when you go to the hospital, you're asked to pay everything before you were taken in charge, and we didn't have enough money. We had to call our brothers and sisters, family members, etc. And at that time, we had no mobile money in Cameroon. So people had to like take taxis or walk or drive or come to the hospital with cash. And unfortunately, they came a little bit late, and I was carrying my dad in the waiting room, and he died in my arms. I was 16 at that time. It was, I'll say, a very tough experience. But I won't say that it's at that moment that the idea of WeCashUp came, but that's where the pain started. So I started like asking myself, how can somebody die because the hospital cannot take him in charge, and the family members are coming on their ways to come to the hospital, but because we don't have cash, we have no way to move money like fast to the hospital. How can somebody die just like that? And that's where the frustration started. And then a few years later, I flew to France, and I was in my 5th year of engineering school. I'm a computer engineer. And yeah, so I had the idea of building a payment solution that would make money, move faster in Africa. And that's how we drafted, I'll say, the first version of WeCashUp with my team members. And I flew to San Francisco for a Google event. And during that Google event, there was a global startup competition organized by the Startup Weekend of San Francisco in partnership with Google. And I presented WeCashUp. I pitched like 60 seconds, to be honest. I don't remember what I said that day. But we won like $20,000. I went on stage, I pitched, and we won $20,000. And I flew back to France and said, "Wow, I have to, to start this business and not just start building." And then, boom, my professors at school, they said, "No, you cannot, just finish school and then start a business. It is too risky, etc., etc." My friend was not really supportive and all. But in my side, like in my heart, I had that burning story of seeing my dad passing away. Say, "No, guys, I have to do it. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing for all the kids in Africa and the world who went through a similar experience and who could have lived a better life if a solution that WeCashUp existed at that time." So that's how we started. So no support really. And I had a chance to meet Anisel, my co-founder. She has a finance background. She helped me build the business plan. And yeah, I was the tech guy building the technology, and she was there to build, everything that was like related to the finance and administrative processes. And that's how we started. And thanks to the $20,000 that we won in San Francisco, we started the company in our student rooms. And finally, the story just kept going until today. I can say we processed 10 billion US dollars, and it's growing and growing. Yeah.
What a story. And that's beautiful. Even in like pain, you've been able to develop something that it's bigger than you, and it's solving problems for so many people, a whole country. But how did you get over, you won the 20,000 around those who wanted to invest, but how did you get over, or maybe you didn't have this problem, but many people sometimes can feel like only if I was supported more. And even now, maybe you're taking or looking for angels or venture capital, and the vultures, once they see the product work, they all want a piece of you, but they want a piece of it to really knock you out, is what I tell all my clients. They don't want you there. They just want your idea. We want to buy you out. Then we want you to manage it for us till we fully understand the ins and outs. And then we want to get you out of there. It's happened to so many entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But is there ever like a bitterness or I'm smarter than you guys? You should be kissing my feet. You should be making me a minister because of where you are. I'm going to leave it there because we're not going to go political, and we know why. But just the feeling, because for that entrepreneur who is winning right now or about to win, and then they're going to tell everyone to, they're going to tell everyone, kiss my butt, whatnot. You have to humble yourself on this road.
Yeah.
It's up and down and back up again. So how have you dealt with those emotions, those feelings?
Yeah, I think as like most of the entrepreneurs, we went through the same experiences. It was really tough at a certain point of time when people understood the vision and the potential that we actually going to capture in the future. They'll say, "Okay, guys, you built something amazing, and we want to throw money at you, but just go away." We went through that a lot of times. And what I can share with the other entrepreneurs who are listening, to say, guys, never forget why you started. And my dad passed away in my arms. I was 16, and that is an image that would never leave my soul. And every single time we go through tough moment, like a lot of difficulties and all, I always remember that moment, and it refuels me immediately. And don't sell yourself, for nothing, just because you are in a position that is difficult. And always remember why you started, and always make sure that the people who are getting into your adventure with you will have the same vision, or have visions that align with yours. Because being an entrepreneur, of course, we are doing it to make money. I think that is not the point. But make sure that when you're building, when you'll be 50 years old, or I don't know, 70 years old, saying the story to your grandchildren, you can be proud of what you did. And if somebody comes and try to, make you go to another direction, it's better to say no. I said no to so many investors, so many business partners, because the vision didn't align, even if they were proposing a lot of money. But I knew that in my soul, it is something that I need to compensate, because that experience took a portion of my life, a portion of my soul. And I know a lot of people are going through the same experience, and not only in Cameroon, because I'm coming from Cameroon, but in the whole of Africa, and even in the world. And I think we need to build something that will make people remember that, yes, before we were going through this kind of experience, then some people came together with an idea, and they pulled up a lot of energy, financial, and all to solve these problems. Today you are in the US, I'm in Cameroon, you are talking, and we have people who build Zoom, which is something that is useful to the society. And that's the purpose of what we are trying to achieve, So yeah, that's what I can share with the entrepreneurs who are listening to us. Like, guys, never forget why you started what you're doing today.
And if you didn't hear me when you were talking about your fathers, I definitely said Asha, je suis désolé for those for we can do it. I can't do it in Russian or Chinese, some of your other languages that you know, but there's something about losing a loved one, especially a parent, somebody close to you, that I almost think it makes you like unstoppable, because what else can you lose? Like, you get to see what life really is and was. And so I get to go full force, because you can't, my mother passed, you couldn't take, I had my family, but it's like, this is my mother, and she's, person never drank, smoked, nothing, didn't do any of that. But cancer is unforgivable, and death is for us all. But it's just, there's a power almost that you get. And I think it's because we want to make them proud, especially when it's a parent.
Yeah, definitely. That is my fuel, today. There's nothing, nothing that can make me, move away from that, purpose, because I'm doing it on purpose today. That's also what helps me overcome like challenges when we go through tough times and all. I always remember why I started, and say, hey, today I'm 30 years old. We have young kids, unfortunately, who are going through the same experience. Every single day, I see people who are going through the same. I was like, okay, mine was it like 14 years ago. I lost my dad 14 years ago. And today people are still going through the same experiences. This is so devastating to me. And said, no, I have to solve this problem before I leave this world. So we don't leave the world the way we found it when we came. So yeah.
That is, that is what it's about. Now, with success comes great responsibility to want to just take care of other people, and the best is yet to come for you. But can you tell the audience, because it's my signature question, and you went from we cash up to we care up, but if you could tell everybody what your community give back is that you are doing, are that you'd like to do in the future? I mentioned We Care Up because I wanted to set you up like a good, football player or basketball player, whatever game people like to play. But yes, give us, tell us, what have you done in that realm?
Today, the WeCashUp app is free for mobile money agents. We want to make sure that they have tools that enable them to to work properly. Get out of the informal sector, become formal businesses, and grow. And we make money out of building other solutions for master agents. You remember the people I told you, they're like wholesalers. So they are the people who pay us. And we decided to go one step further for the agents. We just launched We Care Up, as you said. We Care Up is also a platform that is really focused on healthcare, that is complementary to We Cash Up. So all our agents have a free health insurance. That is also part of the continuity of my story. That's why I shared my story with you, for you to understand why today we give free health insurance to people. Because if my dad had a health insurance that day, maybe he will have still be alive today. But unfortunately, he hadn't, and he passed away because he had to move money to the hospital. And so we decided to give free health insurance to all our agents. And my dream is to keep, expanding that solution. So after covering the mobile money agents, who are our first partners, I want to expand it to the end users to make health insurance accessible to everyone, not only in Cameroon, but across Africa. Because I strongly believe that we can make money like from other areas. I was saying mobile money, we can make money out of mobile money and then take a portion of that money or that revenue to offer health insurance to people, or make it accessible, or try our best. Health, you can lose everything and still have the opportunity to restart. But the day you lose your health, you lose everything. And to me, it's the biggest capital that a human being can have. And that is what should be and must be protected. And that's where I'm currently investing the rest of my life, to make sure that people in Africa have access to basic financial services and also to basic healthcare across the continent. So that's my dream, that what I'm working toward to, and I'm not there yet. And we need help, we need support, we need other people to join us, to invest in us, to partner with us and help us expand this to the 54 African countries.
Can you explain to the people just, having that insurance and, how We Care Up, or how insurance works if you get sick? Because I can remember 15, 20 years ago talking about things that I thought would work, especially in Cameroon, and people would laugh and say, Kellen, you have no idea how things are. And I've also had a sick child while being in Cameroon, where, doctors are not always in the rush based on their schedule. And it's like, as a parent, you're like, hold on, what is going on? The doctor's having coffee. My child, all they need is a simple IV. Now, I'm very fortunate and blessed that, I travel with my physician, my favorite physician, at least. But the fact that people would say, no, to have insurance in Africa, by the time they process your paperwork, you could be, dead. And so can you talk about what you have seen? Because somebody might say, well, yeah, I have insurance, but the hospital didn't process the paperwork. The doctor still didn't move fast enough to give the medicine needed because they wanted me to pay cash, or they wanted, some cash in their hand. So talk about that process when you really need it and you don't have time to, negotiate with people.
Yeah, that is a very good question. Because when we started, from the pain that I just described, when the experience that my family and I went through, when I came back to Cameroon, I said, guys, something has to change. And the first thing that I did was to study how, health insurances were working in Cameroon. And of course, I realized that, like less than 5% of the population has like health insurance, and people were not really used to it. They was just saying, no, it is for rich people. And no. So my first challenge was to say, okay, how can we make it affordable? Like, how can we lower the price and make it accessible, affordable for like anybody, in the country? And then we partner with a health insurance company that is called Activa. They are present in 42 African countries. And I say, guys, I presented my vision to them. I say, guys, we have a distribution network with more than 100,000 mobile money agents. And today people don't have health insurance because it is still difficult for them to move from their places to come to your big office in Douala or Yaoundé to subscribe for a health insurance. So let me just digitalize the whole process. So the process of like subscribing to a health insurance. So we automated the process, we digitalized the process, and we enable people to subscribe for a health insurance at a mobile money agent outlet. So instead of walking to Activa's office, now you can go to any agent, like, as I said, mom and pop stores. You go anywhere in a very small, like informal shop, you go there and you can subscribe to a health insurance. And the second thing, as I said, is like we really lowered the price. I think the lowest health insurance with We Cash Up is $16 per year. $16 per year means like 5 cents per. Per year. This is $1 per month, and then per day this is like practically 5 cents per day. So this is really, really affordable. This is the smallest health insurance that people can get access to through us or through our mobile money agents. So we really reused the mobile money distribution network to the same way mobile operator use them to sell mobile money to the mass market. Now we reuse the same mobile money agents to make health insurance accessible at a very, very low price. And that was the first challenge that we had to address, like accessibility and affordability and the affordability. The second part was on the hospital side, because as you said, if I'm a doctor and I have 2 patients, one will say I have a health insurance, and the second one say I have cash. By default, the doctor will have the preference to start with the one who have cash. So we also had to tackle that by reducing the time from the moment the patient come to the hospital to the moment the doctor get paid. So we worked a lot with our health insurance partner to make sure that the doctors are paid within 3 days, to make sure to reduce the difference between the person who will come with cash and the person who will come with the health insurance. So it's a work in progress, but my goal, I will dedicate my whole life to making sure that all the people in Cameroon first and then expand to the whole of Africa have access to basic financial services and basic healthcare when they go to the hospital at any moment in the day or night. So yeah, it's a work in progress.
And I thought when you start paying people even in Bitcoin and let that or crypto and let that, the doctor said, hold on, you guys sent me so much crypto, I don't even need to be a doctor anymore. I'm out of here. No, we don't. we want the doctors to stay. We need the doctors. We need the nurses. And that's a beautiful thing.
Exactly. And we are even currently studying how we can make sure that the money that would be received by the doctor, because they received a patient with a health insurance is higher than if somebody pays with cash directly. I'm currently working on that to make sure that the funds from the health insurance can maybe go through I'll say, I don't know, a trading platform before to make sure we kind of like make that money grow before the doctors receive. So it's a work in progress to make doctors prefer people with health insurance. So yeah, it's a work in progress, and I hope we'll get there.
Yeah, or just to move, to move. I just am always amazed if I see you sitting or sitting in the hallway and a simple thing like an IV, especially for a child. But I've heard things in hospitals, at that same hospital where they've said, maybe 30 years prior, whole different staff, of course, but they say, why are they rushing me? If the child dies, would it be the first one to die? And that type of mentality is like, hold on. Now we have cameras. Now we have phones that can record. I think that makes people more accountable. But it's when you hear stuff like that, you're like, what is going on? Because if you have a child and something happens, it might just be the American in me, and I'm a dual citizen, people know, but it's going to be the equivalent of what you guys hear when people say Allah Akbar. If there's something you can do for my child and you didn't do it, you won't have to worry about coming into work tomorrow. And that will be fine for someone like myself to face whatever those consequences are, but you don't play with people's children's or wives or lives. So,
definitely. Definitely. I think, people still need to be educated. Unfortunately, when you're a doctor and you see a lot of things every day, sometimes the level of sensitivity reduces. But this is also, I'll say, when you're a parent, as a parent, you should, take care of other people's kids the same way you take care of your own kids. So, we need, as I said, it's a work in progress. We need to keep educating educators because I think, to me, the doctors and all these people and all of us, of course, we are educators. We have to get educated about, taking care of other people's kids the same way we take care of our own kids. And somebody can come with their kids when you don't know, maybe your kid is at school and it's going through the same experience. So you're completely right on that.
Yes, and somebody's thinking, hey, Kellen, I didn't know you were a Muslim. No, you guys, I'm not a Muslim, but you understand when most Christians, especially in the Western media, when they hear that, they don't hear God is great. They don't hear anything. They hear, oh no, it's about to be on, and that's why they do not mess with Muslims. You don't mess with Muslims, and people don't mess with the LGBT because there's all type of backlash that you're gonna have to deal with. But I couldn't tell you anything about that other community. That's just not my thing. But if you could tell the people who are listening, I am part of a venture fund here locally in America, and I know other venture capitalists and vultures and angels listen. Could you talk about, if you are even opening it up for other investors, what that looks like and where to go to find out more details?
Okay, so we are currently fundraising. We are currently raising $25 million to accelerate. I told you, we started in Cameroon as a pilot country, and we grew really, really fast. We grew 900,000% over the last 15 months. It is absolutely crazy. Things are going really, really fast. And Cameroon is not the largest country in Africa. So if we were able to process like $10 billion in Cameroon, we believe we can do like 10 times more in Nigeria. So Nigeria is 8 times bigger than Cameroon. And we are also targeting DRC. So that is the largest Francophone country in Africa with 100 million inhabitant population. So Cameroon, Nigeria, DRC, and also we need more funding to expand our technology to these markets and progressively to all the other African countries. So it's $25 million raise. We are currently doing it through convertible notes. So for people who are interested, they can just send us an email at admin@wecashup.com. And then I will reply and share more details with you. So basically, that's what we are raising $25 million to expand, and we are doing it through convertible notes. Yeah.
And what about, you mentioned some great countries, but I would not be a honorable Sierra Leonean if I didn't say, how much does someone need to bring it into a country? Because if, let's say, Salon says, you know what, we want this, how much would someone need to be able to cover that market? Because Sierra Leone is, not big either, but it's an opportunity. And right now we have agents all around doing the gambling for people who want to gamble, and people, hey, you want to bet, but this is something too that people need. So not that I'm looking for the final number, but to come to Sierra Leone, just the starting point, there has to be someone, who brings it.
Yeah. So what we generally do is, first, it is easier to get into a country with one of our shareholders. What we do is when we decide to open a new country, we check all our shareholders who are from that country. We sit down with them, and then we draw a business plan that is shaped for the size of the market, for the local realities, and all, because you cannot you cannot expand or grow your business in Cameroon the same way you do it in Nigeria. Every single African country is really different. So that is really to deep dive into the local realities of the country, and especially with the people who are from there. And depending on the local realities, I cannot really give you a number like $1 million or less or more. It really depends on the country. But Sierra Leone, we already tested with Cash Up in Sierra Leone, because I told you about the countries that are live, but we are also testing the platform silently with some of our partners and investors in some other countries, including Sierra Leone. So yeah, if you're interested, especially for interested in Sierra Leone, we can talk, and then we work together in expanding the technology there. But
Okay, well, we're definitely connected, and we can definitely talk about that. I tell you guys all the time, listening or watching, that the best conversations happen offline, because sometimes that's where the money is made, at least on our end. But, if you want to learn more, before Cedric writes his book, then they turn it into a movie. Before Dr. and King Stevens, my guy, turns it into a movie and takes another shot, you can go contact him with serious inquiries. If you're serious and if you're ready, do not go kick around the tires. Have some type of plan or some type of capital ready to go. Cedric, I thank you. Do you have any last words for the people?
Yeah, I just say, guys, Africa is not the future of the world, it's the present of the world. So for those who are still hesitating, and people have been seeing Africa, when people say Africa, global investors hear risk everywhere. Man, things have changed, and mobile operators are doing crazy in Africa. The mobile money industry in Africa processed 1,000 billion US dollars in 1 year, last year. This is crazy. And it's expected to grow like 20 to 30% every single year. So, man, it is men and women, it's the time. So join us. Let's come to Africa and build sustainable businesses that have a serious impact, positive impact in millions, even billions of people's lives. So yeah, welcome to Africa. Thank you for your time, Kellen. Thank you all for all.
Thank you. And thank you for listening, watching. You guys make sure that if you do nothing else, you share this with someone. It will change their life. Be blessed, y'all.
Hey family, on November 20th through December 1st, 2022, we will have the all-inclusive Kenya trip. Now, a lot of times people have said, hey, Phil, when's the next trip we'd like to go? I want to see Africa for myself, but this is the time to go. Everything will be taken care of. All excursions are paid. You can do monthly payments. You know, they'll have safari and a 6-city tour. You will see Charlie Island, which is something that we did not see last time on the tour. This tour will be 12 days instead of 7 days. So make sure to secure your place on the trip by going to www.wbsvs.com, make your deposit, and then you can start making your payments, and we'll see you in Kenya.
Are you tired of the rat race in America? Are you ready to visit the motherland to relax and rejuvenate? Are you ready to explore all that Africa has to offer? Then check out the brand new Diversified Game Academy course, Prepare for My First Trip to Africa. Are you worried about being able to afford the trip? We got you. We will show you how to travel either on a budget or as a baller. Learn how to stretch the value of the USD. Did you know that 100 United States dollars is worth over 1,000 South African rand, or 10,000 Kenyan shillings, or 54,250 West African CFA? Are you worried about taking your kids? Get the game from Kelly Cash, a bona fide world traveler, having traveled to almost 20 countries, several of those in Africa. Get the game on taking your kids on their first trips. Learn how to find the best tickets, get the visas, and plan your own adventures in Africa. Don't let Eddie Murphy have all the fun. Plan your own coming to Africa trip starring you, produced by you, and featuring you. If you are ready for a life-changing experience, sign up for our course today, Diversified Game Academy. Get prepared and purchase at diversifiedgame.com.